lock in. Talk to me, Hudson. Multiple signals. They're closing.
Kruger 60 system. Located within the outer veil, Kruger 60 and 61 Cygni are two colonial systems located very close to the UPP border in an area of UA space called the Advance. The Advance splinters off into the American corridor and juts spinward into UPP territory. The Kruger 60 system has been a key oil supply and military staging post for the United Americas Allied Command, UAAC, and the Colonial Marines for years, and has been strategically important during the so-called Oil Wars Empire and the union of progressive peoples into a race to secure the new sources of crude oil. These oil wars have created severe border tensions. Stretched too thin, the UAC and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace throughout the colonies. Tired of severely rationed supplies and mega corporations' mistreatment of working class, insurgency groups have cropped up in defiance of the local governments, and the resource poor UPP is poised to take advantage of the development. Recently, the UPP expanded their borders to engulf 61 Cygni, annexing the colony on LV-038 in the process. Allied Command sent a task force to challenge the claim. The nearest system, Kruger 60, and the moon the players are on is feared to be next. Originally established in 2072, Arearchus is an icy moon with troubled colony orbited the blue-eyed gas giant called Oblivion. The ever-watchful and oppressive eye of Oblivion, an 11,000-kilometer-wide blue storm raging in the gas giant's atmosphere, stares at the moon, unblinking and menacing, reminding its colonists of how small they are in the grand scheme of the universe. Blocked by Oblivion, the colony hardly receives any direct sunlight. Instead, day and night is measured by the gas giant's planet light. On Arearchus, it is rarely brighter than twilight and never darker than a moonlit night back on Earth. So I have something more to read, you guys. You've all heard of the Oil Wars. Most of you have been on the front lines of the United Americas. The Three World Empire and the Union of Progressive Peoples have faced each other down over scarce oil reserves. Too many fronts, not enough grunts, as the saying goes. The United Americas Allied Command, UAAC, and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace as protesters and insurgents cause trouble across the colonies. This is true of the United Americas refining and refueling station on the frozen moon Arrakis in the Kruger 60 system, with the oil production and the space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. But the colony is in turmoil and decline. The 2180 Weyland-Yutani census cataloged 200,000 colonists on Arrakis in the 3 years since then, but about 2,000 have abandoned the moon for greener pastures. That is... Sorry, I'm just trying to reread that. That makes no sense. So it went from a colony of 200,000, it's now 2,000. That's how many people are left on this planet. So once we pull up the map, which I'm going to do now, actually.
Damn. It's a lot of people that left, man.
Well, get ready for your screens to change.
Leaving is exactly what happened.
Beautifully.
That is how much of the colony there is.
It's beautiful.
That is about... And now think about how many people have gone from that colony now. A lot of these places are deserted.
Wow.
So, I'm hearing free housing.
It's free real estate.
Yeah, I know, right?
1 week ago, the Union of Progressive Peoples annexed the nearby 61 Cygni system. All communications with the colony there on LV-038 was abruptly lost. In response, Allied Command assembled a fleet to take back 61 Cygni using the Fort Nebraska refueling station in the Kruger 60 system as a staging ground. That's where you are. You're expected to be passing through Nebraska on your way to war, but each of you Marines were pulled from your companies and before they went FTL, leaving you stranded on the fort on the volatile colony moon Arrakis, one of the largest oil producers in the colonies. Arrakis is a hotbed for an insurgency. What was that?
I will say really quick, you guys might want to actually take notes on some of the stuff that is being said, because it can be important at certain points.
I see.
Taking notes, not a bad idea, because there have been times where we've been playing, and important information has been given to us, and instead of doing anything with it, it's said, it's gone, and we don't remember it.
And John and John and Many Trees can attest. I may be nice and tell you again. I may not be nice and tell you again.
He might be nice because it is a fairly new session, but not always nice, especially with very important stuff.
All right.
So who's the class note taker?
Everyone is.
Oh,
Everyone's
no.
gonna latch on to different information.
With the UPP moving in on the Kruger 60 next, the United Americas have decided to cut its losses and evacuate the colony. But as of this morning, that evacuation was suspended. All civilian and military transports were grounded, with no explanation given. With the insurgency problem, barely a skeleton crew of military personnel and nearly 2,200 divided colonists stuck moonside, it's only a matter of time before the situation blows up. Now, Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters unit has summoned you for the special Moonside mission. Every Marine has heard of Hatfield, a real soldier who always puts duty first and lost his arm as a result. His remaining left hand is... All right, listen up. Everything you are about to hear is need to know, and no one else needs to know. Understood?
Sir, yes, sir.
Rob,
I can't hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes. As of 0200 hours, a 4-man Marine squad went AWOL from this base with classified intelligence. Intelligence that in the wrong hands will mean life or death on the frontier. Intelligence that simply cannot fall in enemy hands. Comprende?
sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
Command believes the AWOLs plan to make contact with the Moon's insurgents and defect to the UPP. That will not happen on my fucking watch, and it will not happen on yours either. We're looking for Wojcik, Carvalho, Wright, and Reese. Here's the ugly mugs. All the info we have on them. Everything else about them is classified. So don't fucking ask. I want you to find these defectors for me, confirm their identities, as well as the identities of any other fucker they've passed information to, and bring them in. For the duration of for the duration of this mission, your Charlie team, I will coordinate from Fort Nebraska. All communications will go through me on a secure channel. We are thin on leads, so start at the spaceport or that dive bar, Oblivion. Some assholes there gotta have seen them. Remember, there are insurgents out there, too, so stay alert.
Sir, yes, sir.
I see some looks, and I know you've never worked together before, but I cherry-picked you and your asses because each of you is the best at what you do. So get her done. And one last thing. Deadly force is authorized. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, yes,
sir.
sir.
I know what you're thinking. You need to forget that shit. These bastards are not Marines any longer. They are traitors, and they are shit yourself dangerous. Your orders are to bring them in alive if you can, but if they present a clear and present danger, then you are to goddamn shoot and shoot to kill. I'll ask again, am I clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I can't fucking hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, on the ready line, Marines. Fall in and move out.
Iona, you're driving. And we're going to the Oblivion Bar. So, Hammer, you're on the guns.
Silva's just...
Bro.
You see Silva pull out a cigarette, and she just takes a long drag. She goes, all right, warrant officer. Take charge. Let's get it. Let's go to the bar, then.
Gonna hop up on the gun. Stab myself really quick with the stim.
So, many
Are you drugged
trees.
up?
Roll me an observation skill.
I definitely saw something.
Yeah, so many trees. Hammer locks eyes with you as he sits down in the assistant seat, in the passenger seat next to you. He just goes, oh, and then he takes both hands as they're now kind of like not shaking but like woozy, as if he just had a nice ride. Decide to grab the purple dragon by the tail, and he takes the gun's joysticks and just puts his eyes on the screen.
Oh.
Well, okay then.
But you want me to be effective? I take this. You don't want me to take this? That's on your fucking hands.
Dante, you have no clue what they're talking about.
I don't at all.
Well, I'd rather you be effective.
Thank you. At least someone has a brain in their head.
I'll put it this way. You mess this up, I'm taking your stims away.
I'd like to see you fucking try.
So you guys all are pretty much just consider it as you guys are at the front door right now.
Okay.
Iona pulls up, casual like with the APC. You see the group around a group are kind of getting ready to go into Oblivion. They just see you, the APC, and they're like, maybe a different day, and they just turn around and walk the fuck away.
Good idea. All right.
Do we seem very antisocial?
I mean,
you see a squad roll up to a bar.
in an APC.
A large blue neon winking eye with a red crescent moon at its center marks the entrance of the colony's only open bar. Oblivion.
Oh boy.
Oblivion now services a wide variety of customers. Some even suspect possibly not only insurgents, colonial marines, but even UPP soldiers. The bass rumbles, smoke stings your guys' nostrils as you walk in, because it's just smelling not only musty and dusty, but it fucking reeks of sex, drugs, and rock and fucking roll. So his bass is booming. It's like,
Typical nightclub music. Got it.
so you guys walk in, and you guys are immediately greeted at the bar by a woman. What can I get for you, sweetie?
Whiskey on the rocks, please.
Coming right up.
Don't get too drunk. She seems to be an android from my...
She is an android. She is a venture type Fae 2 pleasure model.
Seems a little broken at the moment.
She comes back
We
and
have...
puts that whiskey up front for you.
Thank you.
Here's this for you, sweetie. The android puts her hand out towards you, Justice. Are you looking for a good time or a long time?
I genuinely have no idea what to say to that.
It's that $5 sucky.
$10.
Or is it a $30? Is it a $30 all-nighter?
Is that what you're asking her?
No.
David's like, I'm scared to see where this goes.
I'm just gonna walk over to the other side over here and just kind of preview the people in the bar, see if I recognize anyone.
Okay.
See, that's a nice little.
There is a drunk captain wearing her flight aviators and a flight helmet. She's just nursing a glass of dark liquid, and she takes a swig, pours in another, takes the bottle, pours in another, goes back to nursing her clearly hopes and dreams away by the bottle.
Rough day?
She looks at you. Looks like it just got fucking rougher. Slams back another drink. What do you want, good grunt?
Just making conversation.
Well, what can I help you with?
Have you seen any Marines about here?
I'm not
Besides present company, of course.
I'm not from here. But I've seen Marines around. I'm looking at one.
Oh, man.
Alright, well you enjoy the rest of your bottle.
I'll try. She goes back to pouring another shot. Just as that happens, a lady comes out from the back office over here, and she's like, No, I will not do that. God. She gets up on the bar, and she goes, fucking sickles. And she starts dancing.
Interest.
Clearly, she's not just a random person dancing. She is one of those exotic dancers. Dancing.
I figured.
But she's clearly not the happiest of campers right now.
Let's see. I'm not very good at talking to people all the time.
No shit, Sherlock.
I'm an android, bro. I have probably the worst social skills.
I love
That's a fucking lie.
Well, even the sergeant's just standing there in the coat room, it looks like. No, he's standing in the bathrooms. What are you doing in the bathrooms, bud?
There's a little hole in the wall and he's trying to figure it out.
Oh no!
Iona comes out and he of the head, and he's just zipping up his fly. You see another man follow him and wipe his face.
All right.
If those things were related, if those incidents were related, we'll never know.
Alright, talking to the android behind the bar, real quick.
What can I get for you, dear?
Well, I actually have a question for you. Have you seen any group of 4 Marines recently? Other than us, of course.
I've seen a great deal of Marines. Can you be more And she kind of freezes up. The dancer kind of comes up and then gives her a little solid kick to the side of the head. Specific? If she locks up like that, let me know. And then she goes back to... Then she hops off. the bar and starts going over and dancing over at the tables.
I'm looking for 2 lance corporals, a sergeant, and a private first class. They would have been together probably. And we haven't seen them in a while, so we're trying to find them.
What do they look like?
Do I have a way of showing her the pictures that I have?
Yeah, you have the pictures.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So I show her the pictures.
Oh, yeah, I remember them. They were here last night. They were meeting with a bald man.
A bald man.
They had an argument, and the colonial marshals took the bald man and one of the others away. Well, the other 2 were able to get out of the bar.
Do you happen to know which way they went?
I don't. But the colonial marshal took the bald man and she points at the picture of actually Carvello
Away.
Private. Alright. Well, thank you for everything.
You're welcome, dear.
As you do, you say that, and then she kind of puts her hand out and slowly, like, kind of taps her finger on the bar.
I know she does. She wants money. Do we have... Like, what kind of funding do we have?
You didn't bring your money with you?
I don't know what
Expecting
I have.
handouts. I shouldn't be surprised.
I don't even know if it gives me a fund.
Pay me double on this shit. This sends some credits down for her.
You slide a couple dollars down. She takes them.
Yeah.
Gives you a wink hammer, and then she walks over as another customer. 2 customers come up.
Alright.
I expect that shit paid back in double.
No.
Like
It's your
you
job
cheap
to pay
ass
for me.
superiors.
Private.
Excuse me? My job isn't to pay for your adventures.
Adventures.
Warrant
This is
officer,
for the mission.
Sergeant, what's going on in there? And it's
Well, we have some information. We have some information. Carvello was apparently taken by the colonial marshal with a bald man after they got into an argument yesterday.
Alright. Understood. Fall back to the APC. Let's work on getting to the police station then.
Very well. Everyone pull back to the APC and we're headed to the station from here on.
Copy.
Alright. Before we go to the Marshal station, give us a roll to get us there.
Wow.
So the car kind of you turn the ignition and it kind of sputters, but doesn't kick over.
How far away is the Marshal station from here?
A good mile or 2, maybe a good 10 miles. It's all kind of depending on how bad is the snow today.
How bad is the snow today?
Not too great.
Did you break it? Did you break it while we were inside?
I am curious as to what happened. Is it the cold?
Do you wish to push the roll?
Why don't you try doing it again?
Let me go check the engine.
Do you wish to push the roll?
Yeah, I'll do the roll again.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go on your little character sheet and you're going to add a stress. Where it says stress, you're going to hit the 1. All right? And then you're just going to hit the skill again. So, ooh.
My God! I knew that was gonna happen too.
So when you push a roll, you add a stress, and then you can redo the roll. In this case, Many Trees has succeeded and also panicked. Go ahead and find panic on there and roll panic.
Oh no.
It should be relatively easy. I mean, He gets at most he could get a 7.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
If we start with the 7, that was it.
Pretty sure 5 means nothing happened.
Nothing happens. 6 and below, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 and above is when shit starts hitting the fan.
So everybody kind of razzing on Iona just kind of raises the stress a little bit to the point where he's just like, and he just gives the car a good whack, and it turns to life. Just
Round of
You can do it,
applause.
soldier.
and you guys go. You get to the Marshal station, and you find a lady standing out there, and she's just like, she's smoking a cigarette, and she goes, and sighs, as if this day couldn't get any worse.
Okay.
So you guys pull up, and she just, so the girl, she's not bad looking, too bad looking. She just takes a last drag of her cigarette, throws it. Hurry up, Marines, I don't want to freeze my tits off out here. And she goes back inside. Yeah.
We'll follow her
She
in.
goes back inside.
I'll go into the reception area. Say hi.
All right. Welcome to the area, the Arrakis Marshal Station. And she says, as she literally does like this SpongeBob rainbow gesture with her hands. How may I help you? My name is Olga.
Well, Olga, it seems like you're having a lovely day. I do apologize if we've made it any worse, but we're looking for a gentleman by the name of Carvalho. That you guys apparently got him yesterday.
Let me check. And she starts typing on a computer. Carvalho, 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 Carvalho. Look, this is going to be a minute. I got quite a bit of Carvalhos to go through. Why don't you go talk to Marshal Himes over in the bullpen? He'll get you squared away.
All right, thank you.
I am going to see if I can bum a cigarette from Olga, pay her for it, and then just go smoke it outside.
She hands you a cigarette, gives you a wink. Come back anytime for one. Or, I get off in a couple hours.
I like it ditch these guys. I'd be down.
Sounds good. She hands you a little data chip. There's my contact number. Give me a call anytime.
All right. Gonna wink and then go step outside and go smoke it.
Shemeski just grunts as you pass him by. He just goes, "You fucking would."
Goddamn right.
So you see Hammer cross right past you to go with a cigarette, grin on his face a mile wide.
Somehow this doesn't surprise me.
Himes it turns around from his desk and looks at you. Can I help you?
Yes, Olga said that you might be able to help me find Private First Class Carvalho. You guys had taken him yesterday after he got into an argument with some bald man, apparently, in the Oblivion dive bar.
And what's it to you?
I need to speak to him.
Look, you're not the marshals. You have no authority here. Fuck off.
I want a mission as a Marine, coming to talk to another Marine. I need to find him because he's gone AWOL. And he has some information that we need.
And you can pick him up once we finish charging him if he's here. At this moment, you have no power here. You have no jurisdiction. I'm a busy fucking man if you haven't seen. I got looting in places that shouldn't be looted because nobody should be there. I got fucking riots because of these fucking insurgents and because people are crazy about this evacuation that's been stalled by your own freaking people. And I got to worry about
that's
the
actually-
fact that people are scared that the UPP is going to come in at any moment and start blowing shit up. I'm a busy man.
Well, maybe we can help each other out then.
How can you help me? Tell me how you can help me. And with that,
Well-
go ahead and make a manipulation roll.
I have 0 manipulation.
Does anybody else
It'd be great.
wish to try?
I also have 0 manipulation. I wouldn't suggest it.
For some odd reason, I want to just decide to walk into, what is that now? The
restroom.
again. Do you have
Look, I don't know.
IBS? You got IBS, bud? Is your prostate pressing on your fucking bladder?
I rolled it, but I failed.
What? Play this out for me. What'd you say?
Oh. You want me to talk it out? All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're having issues with looters and insurgents and such. Maybe handle a portion of that. And in exchange, you can help us find this Carvalho, and potentially we can help clear up this stoppage on transports, which is actually part of what we're doing here.
Heim stands up and he goes, "Look here, Grunt. First off, I could do my own fucking job. It's an insult that you even said that. Fucking synth piece of shit. Secondly, if there's a person in my custody, they're in my custody until I say so. And thirdly, you're not even a speck of sand on this planet that can make sure that this fucking extraction or the evacuation goes planned. So precipitously proceed to fuck off." Is anybody else? The problem I also forgot to let you know, Chaplain, you can't push rolls. You're a synthetic.
I figured.
Does anybody else wish to give it a go? Creak, 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 creak. You can give it a try. You might fail.
Yeah, I mean, give it a shot. You might, even with a 0, you can pass. So I mean, hey, try.
And then you will hold on.
I approach the desk. I don't want to be here.
All right. We'll start with Iona. What did play this out for me? You got 2 successes.
Was Dante manipulating someone?
We'll get to that too.
I see Chaplin couldn't pull it off.
Nope. Chaplin has a 0 manipulation score, okay? I didn't plan on...
Dante has a 0 manipulation score and 1 less die and still pulled it off. It just sounds
Look
like
at that. 1 dice.
So, the term skill issue literally means jack shit for you.
RNG, bro. RNG just ruined me. It's okay.
RNG? That's just a skill issue. Look, I had 1 dice, and look at that. I succeeded.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go up to him and be like, look, we have a job, you have a job. We both don't necessarily like each other's jobs, so let's just do our jobs. If you can just help us get the guy, you won't have to deal with this. Doesn't that sound like a good thing?
You're making a fine point. With that, as again, he said that he's making a fine point. Justice? Dante, bring it home.
The faster we get this resolved, the faster we can get people back off planet. Obviously, your office is being flooded by all sorts of crap. We really don't want to add on to it. We're just trying to make things easier.
All right. All right. You guys are right. I'm sorry. It's a little hectic around here. You're looking for a Marine, right?
Yep.
That's correct, sir.
I don't know if we have a Marine, but we do have one guy in the back who's just been... He's been pretty quiet. He's been sleeping all night. If he's one of yours, grab him and take him. And he points out towards the holding area.
All right. So, let's see. I'll walk in here, I guess, into the holding area.
Is anybody else following?
And he's...
I'll follow along just in case someone needs to be manhandled.
Good on you, soldier. Yeah, I guess we're going all the way to the end, yeah? For this guy?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so we're looking in
Finish
the
the
cell.
cigarette and head back
Who do we
inside.
see?
So, okay, you head back inside.
Yep.
Are you going to follow them also into the holding area? You start seeing as you walk in. You see Dante cross the door area into the holding area. Did you want to follow suit?
I'll wait with them. I'll hang out here. Talk to the receptionist.
Jameski's
Well, he's
gonna
flirting.
move over here. Iona, are you staying where you're at, or are you going in too?
Disappearing.
I actually apologize. It is not Carvalho. It is Reese that is actually here. I apologize.
Okay, Reese. Okay. Either one.
So
One
you
of the-
see
one of the-
a man laying in the cot with his back turned to you guys.
Does he have a uniform on?
He does not. Go ahead and who's all in the holding area? I see Dante.
Me.
I see Chappie. I don't know. Went back to the bathroom. Okay, you two,
There's no hole over there.
Chappie and Dante, go ahead and roll me an observation check.
Oh, man.
Wow, I really messed that up.
Oh my god!
How did I manage that, man? This knowledge.
You notice that there's a giant red splotch on the floor, bleeding from the cot. Looks like there was actually some red splotches from the cot down onto the deck. And from it looks like quite a bit.
Now, I'm not the medical person, but that certainly seems to be a lot of blood.
So did you point out that there was blood on the ground?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I will go in and see what's going on here then.
All right.
I'm
Chilling
just gonna
at the
take a
door.
couple
So you
steps
walk
back.
into the cell, and you grab his body and you turn it over. As you turn it over, you notice a great many things. One, his hands and face have been chewed off.
Like by human teeth or like? Just like
You're
kind of
unsure.
markings? Okay.
You also notice that there is a giant hole, almost as if a grenade was swallowed and opened up his chest cavity. Nope, too late.
see.
Too late. Move yourself back in there. Last I saw, you were in the fucking holding area. Go back, or I'll put you back. Fucking
Ooh.
turd.
Who tried to run away? Hold on a minute. Who's deserting?
And as that happens, the camera has an odd view looking down upon the top of Chaplin's head, and looking down also, the camera pans in this eerie look towards Dante and Iona. Chaplin, it's humid in here. You can feel it. and you hear something above you. You look up to find a slimy, 2-meter long, bloated hammock suspended by a webbing of resin.
I see.
Now, I have to go to a different page real quick.
I knew the injector
Put
rifle
yourself
worked
back, or
properly.
else I'm going to move you back, and you're going to have a bad fucking day when I come for you.
What? I'm right there.
Whoa.
I think I'm stuck in underneath someone else.
Oh. I just saw that your person disappeared. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm literally
Fucking Justice is like, oh snap.
Oh, come on, I knew this was coming.
Now,
I'm gripping my weapon a little bit.
well, you don't see what Chaplin sees. You just see him looking up.
Which is very... It's not a good sight to see.
You're right. The cocoon opens and a thing plops down on the deck next to you, Chappie. Tall, lanky, black, and menacing. It snarls and hisses, giving it a like it's just seen its prey. And then it shifts its head towards you, Iona and Dante, then back to Chappie. It's about 9 feet tall, with a long spiked tail. As it reels back for another hiss, you notice its teeth aren't regular teeth. They're metal-like in nature. Stop it, Persephone. Do it right. Draw initiative.